All right, everybody, this will be just a quick one here. Kind of a recap, a summary, if you will. This will be 142F. So this warning to all politicians, I'm running for president 2024, part 142F. So you look at everything going on, everything they did all summer long. You look at what they did with the Arab Spring, all those types of things. I think we've just seen those types of psyops and manipulation play out within our own country. There ain't no way in hell, if you are of a sound mind, you can think Joe Biden won that election. That you can think overnight hundreds of thousands of votes strictly went for him, if not millions. So you got to ask yourself, why all this? Why push the country through all this and everything to get somebody elected to president? Why? Who would do something like that? Who would have the power and the influence to get people of both parties to be complicit in this whole scheme? And there's only one answer. And that's the military-industrial complex. What did Trump run on? What did Trump run on? Get out of the wars. Right? Bring the troops home. Get out of the wars. We shouldn't have done Iraq. We shouldn't have done this. We shouldn't be in Syria. We shouldn't be over there doing all this crap. The only conclusion that is left is the military-industrial complex and the people who want wars, who want to nation build, who want to take control of everything. Full spectrum dominance. The swamp that runs in both parties. Whether it's Cheney and Bush or Biden, Obama hitting the Clintons, the people who have gotten us involved in all kinds of stuff, who've pushed for bigger and bigger and bigger military budgets. Well, it's true. Trump did spend a lot on the military to rebuild the military. But having a strong, well-prepared military is different than having a military that's used by these politicians for nefarious reasons. So you got to ask, there's only one way all this stuff has happened. And there's only one group or organization or collaboration of different groups that could have orchestrated all this stuff. And that's the military-industrial complex. Now, maybe not so much the defense companies, etc. But I'm talking, the Council on Foreign Affairs people and all, all these different groups, all the people who have ties to Cheney and Bush and the Carlyle group and all those things, and the Clintons. Because having a strong defense, a strong military for defense of the country is different than using the military to overthrow nations who haven't done anything to us. And all those people, the aforementioned people, the Bushes, the Cheneys, the Clintons, the Obamas, have no problem sending our troops all over the place, getting us involved in all kinds of things. Trump ran on that. Do you remember that out there? All you people who are against him, all you people on the left who are supposed to be against war, who are against getting involved in all that shit. Do you remember that? Democratic Party, do you remember that? The protests against Bush and Cheney and the war in Iraq. Do you remember all that? But when Obama and Clinton took over, you didn't have no problem with anything they did in Syria and other places. Do you remember? People in this country got a short memory. That Trump ran on bringing our troops home and not having them get killed and maimed for some political schemes of politicians in this country who want to overthrow other governments, etc., and all that crap. Joe Biden's going to be a team player for all those groups who want to overthrow governments around the world. You watch and see. You watch and see. You watch and see what happens. And I hope all you motherfuckers that took part in fixing the election when Joe Biden gets us involved or the people behind all this shit get us involved and have Joe Biden go along with it, get us involved in all kinds of crap around the world. I hope you all hang. I hope you all hang. All you fuckers that stuffed ballot boxes or fixed computers or whatever you did to get Joe Biden in office. All because they told you Trump was a racist, this and that. Because you look at where did it all happen? Where did all this happen? In the inner cities. They played you. They played you. They played you. And I'll pretty much guarantee you it's all been so they can get somebody into office who will go along with all this bullshit to use our military to overthrow other governments around the world. And I hope there's people in the news media who will remind you all of it every single friggin' day. When we get involved with shit and you have to send your sons and daughters off. Because Joe Biden ain't sending his sons and daughters off. He can point to one son who was in the military, whatever. But guarantee you, all those people and all the people in the news media, they ain't going to send their sons and daughters off. I hope every time, or when he gets us involved in all this shit, news media doesn't let you people forget you helped put him in office. You stood by the lies. You cheated. You did whatever to get him in the office. And I hope every time you look in the mirror, you understand what a piece of shit you are for putting him in office, for cheating. For every American soldier and every innocent civilian around the world that ends up being killed or maimed because you put this asshole in office, I hope you realize it every time you look in the friggin' mirror. Because it's the only conclusion I can reach, is why this is all taking place all year long, and how many people have been complicit in it, and how it's been done and run. They wanted to get rid of Trump because he would not use the military to do the shit they want to do. That's got to be it. That has got to be it. That's the only conclusion I can come to. So, wish you all the best out there. Pray for peace and guidance. Pray to God not to let the warmongers and the regime changing sons of bitches. Remember? Trump said we shouldn't be involved in regime change and all this and everything like that. He interfered with all their plans. You understand that? He interfered with all their plans. So I've been struggling trying to figure out, I've been thinking, karma, what goes around comes around. This has all been orchestrated. I'm pretty much sure of it. They wanted to get rid of him because they have plans. They have plans. I'm pretty sure of it. They have plans to involve us in conflicts around the world. It's the only logical conclusion as to why all this has happened and who has had the power to be able to pull it off. It's the only logical conclusion. It's all the regime change and nation building, warmonger assholes, the military-industrial complex, whatever you want to call it, the globalists, all these people. He was in their way. He had to go. He had to go. So I'd say look out Syria and other places in the world, because I have no doubt Joe Biden is going to be nothing but a pawn so they can pick up where the Clintons and Obama and the Bushes left off. Have no doubt about it. Have no doubt about it. And all you sorry bastards in all these cities and everything, who they played with the race card and everything else, who worked at the elections, who placed phony ballots for Joe Biden. I hope every day you look in the mirror, you understand what the fuck you did this past year. I hope you understand what you did this past year. I have no doubt now, it kind of just dawned, How and why has this happened in this country? And I've come to the conclusion Donald Trump was in their way. That's it. Donald Trump was in their way. He was in the way of the regime-changing war machine. So I guess we'll see. All right, wish you all the best out there. Better start praying, because like I said, one of these times they're going to open Pandora's box with these wars and stuff, and they're not going to get it closed. You understand? They get you worried about global warming, and they got enough nuclear weapons to destroy the world in a day. You understand that? In a day. You better pray for truth and truthful people and peace. You've been played. You've been played. All right, wish you all the best.